How did you get around within Vietnam?
So they have an amazing cab service. How we have Ola and Uber over here. So they have a super app called Grab, and
Grab.
Grab has your taxi, your grocery, your like food orders, everything it takes care of. So and the surprising thing is Grab over there is super efficient. Like in India also, like we have to wait like for say 5 minutes or 10
Yeah,
minutes, or if
yeah.
it's a rush hour, you'll have to wait for more time. You
Yeah,
don't know if it
especially
rains.
on Fridays.
If it rains, it gets even worse. But like with Grab, it is like in 2 minutes it will be there. Like it's guaranteed it is there. So we did not even think twice. We just downloaded Grab, and like right from the airport to the time we were coming back after the trip, like we used Grab throughout. We went to Catba Island where we had rented those two-wheelers for 2 days. So it's almost like a Goa thing.
Okay.
You don't need a license or anything. We did not rent like cars or anything like that. And also like for one of the journeys from Hoi An to Hue, we took like a small tempo traveler which had like an
Okay.
open boot.
Oh,
So
okay.
we were like at the back of it, and it was like a fun experience. So overall, in general, buses and all are not as effective. So people generally, like Vietnam is a two-wheeler friendly nation. Everyone is on two-wheeler all the time. So buses and all generally don't fly. But for a tourist, Grab is the best and super reasonable, super cheap, and super quick. So
Okay. So, did Niyo help you save on Forex charges?
yeah. So the thing with Vietnam is Vietnam specifically. So they have like it's a problem to calculate currency in Vietnam. Like I'll give you a very simple example. 100 rupees in Vietnam, their denomination is 30,000 dongs. So when you go
Okay.
for a simple meal also, like the meal is like 1 million dongs.
Okay.
So the thing is, it is very difficult to convert these like
currency.
calculate. Like for the first 2 days, we were just doing calculations, and on top of that, Vietnam is a very cash friendly nation.
City,
Like
okay.
all their transactions generally happen on like cash. So the thing is, when we were doing street food and all, like it was mostly cash. But wherever we were shopping, wherever there were shops, wherever we were booking, say like a cruise, you have to book tickets for an experience, everything. Like Niyo actually like came to my help. Like it was very easy. It did not like stop. There was no transaction that was declining. We went to like areas which had no network, and we knew that the card won't work, but the card was just. I think I saved around about like 10-12,000.
Okay.
Like Niyo, or like throughout my trip. Like of course, because Vietnam is also not that expensive, so like the margin is less, but still you end up saving a lot. Because I shopped and we did like a lot of like we went to like very good restaurants, say suppose places like Pizza 4 Piece. So we just straight up paid with the card, and it was like
Okay.
it was.
Okay.
I'm sure it helped us save about 12 to 15.
Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And what was the best meal you had?
One thing, when you go to Vietnam, you have to have banh mi, which is their staple. It's their
Okay.
vada pav. You get
Okay.
every street claims it has the best banh mi. Every
Yeah.
city will say it has the best banh mi. We don't know, but so it was like our go-to thing. If we were just feeling hungry for a snack, we just used to have banh mi. That is not like a food experience, but it is like a staple thing that we tried. Another thing that I had never done was to have a proper hot pot meal. I don't know if you had this, but like they have dedicated hot pot restaurants where you go, there is an actual pot in the middle of the table.
Yeah.
You can
So-
heat it, like cool it, however according to your convenience. They give you sides of vegetables, they give you sides of noodles or rice, and they have this huge like spread of like their like authentic sauces, etc. We recorded ourselves eating. I have never done that. We recorded ourselves like with a GoPro eating that meal. It was, I think, one of the best meals I've
You
had.
had,
Like
okay.
we were there in that restaurant for more than 3 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, and we were just eating. We were
Okay.
just eating. So it was,
Okay.
yeah, pretty cool hot pot scene in Vietnam.
Okay, okay. That's great. And anything unusual you tried with food?
No, the unusual thing that we tried that would have scandalized our friends, we did not do. So we did certain, like we had beef tongue, frog, things like that. But okay, those are not that uncommon. I
yeah.
wouldn't say that I came out trying this that I would never have. but yeah.
Okay, all right. So, will you give any budgeting tips who are traveling for the first time?
Yeah. So the thing about Vietnam is it's a very bargaining friendly country.
Okay.
You can you think of yourself as always being in Sarojini Market
Okay.
or Palika Bazaar. It's just you can bargain the hell out of everything.
Yeah.
Like even if you want we were trying to avoid bargaining at the restaurant where there are fixed prices, but everywhere else you can bargain. People were calling us mafia. People were calling us thieves because they were saying that you guys are looting us and all.
Yeah.
And they have no language problem.
Oh.
English, they understand everything. They speak very good English. So we did not have a language problem at all. And we bargained out of everything. Like even the coffee that we got from there, everything was we got it down to 1/3 of the rate. So
Okay.
so that's just be completely shameless. And
Shameless,
bargain.
yeah.
That's the tip.
Okay. So now that we're done with this round, we'll move on to next section, which is called rapid fire.
Okay.
So I'll start with the first question.
Yeah.
City life or beach vibes? What did you enjoy more?
In Vietnam, city life definitely. Hanoi is the most beautiful city. I did not feel like coming back.
Okay. Best Instagram worthy spot you visited?
We went to Da Nang where that hand bridge
Yeah,
is. That
yeah.
is pretty cool.
Okay.
It was so windy. Sorry, it's not being rapid enough, but it was so windy we could
Yeah.
barely stand. We had to lie down. So
Okay.
it's pretty cool.
Okay. One Vietnamese word you learned and actually used?
So the word for thank you, it sounds a lot like come on. It's come on.
Come on.
So we were saying
Okay.
come on, every
Okay.
time.
Okay. Biggest splurge of the trip?
The cruise, I think that was the biggest splurge. I did not shop that much, but just to have an exotic room all to yourself,
Yeah.
pristine blue waters, yeah, that was the splurge.
Okay. Cheapest yet best thing you ate?
Banh mi
Okay.
is cheap, super cheap. It's in Indian, you can say 25-30 bucks, and you get the most amazing, a little sandwich that will fill you. So,
Okay. One thing you wish you had packed but did?
nothing. More swimming gear, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it.
Cash or card? Which did you end up using more?
Vietnam is cash friendly. I ended up using cash more, but yeah, card, the Niyo card definitely helped me out.
Okay, that's great. So, one unforgettable experience that made this trip special?
So it was the end of our trip. We had reached Ho Chi Minh City. We had 2 days in the city, and I am a huge Francis Ford Coppola fan. So I wanted to go see the War Memorial in Ho Chi Minh, and that was the single most unforgettable, impactful time I had in Vietnam. We were in the museum throughout the whole day. We saw how Vietnam and Vietnamese people are so resilient. Their sacrifices, their courage, how many people lost their lives during the Vietnam War. And yeah, all those instances, the stories and everything is really over there, and your eyes well up, and yeah, it's harrowing, but those kind of experiences really have an imprint on your life.
Right, right. Would you visit Vietnam again?
Yes, I would visit Vietnam again in the blink of an eye.
Okay.
And I would like to explore more of nature. I saw
Okay.
more city side to Vietnam.
Okay. But what would be the first thing you'd do?
So the thing is, we missed going to this place called Sapa Valley.
Okay.
That we wanted to do.
Okay.
I've heard it's a really beautiful place, full of greenery
Yeah.
and all of that, but we didn't get the time to do it. We unfortunately, you can't see an entire country in 10 days.
Okay.
We missed out on it.
So, if you could sum up your Vietnam trip in one word, what would it be?
It was very chilled out. The weather was great, so I would say peaceful, smooth, and chilled out.
Okay, that's amazing.
Chilled out would be one term, not one word.
Great. Okay, so moving on to the next segment, we have show and tell. So, you'll be showing us some pictures from your trip.
Okay.
And if there's any nice incident or nice story behind them, you'd be telling them to us.
Oh, so this was everywhere in Hoi An. Basically, it's the city of lights and lanterns.
Okay.
Wherever you go, like all the streets are lined up with lanterns. So I got like 3-4 lanterns back home.
Okay, this is very pretty.
like the whole city like looks very pretty.
Yeah.
And it was like drizzling also. So
Yeah.
it just like you were like you felt that you were like in a part of like a 70s movie, like a Chinese movie, like Vaisa. So this is pretty cool. This is the hot pot.
Okay, this is the hot pot.
This is like an elaborate spread. They had another spread with all the sauces and everything. So you
Okay.
get up, you pick the sauces and you get them.
Okay,
But
this looks amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
This is an abandoned amusement park in Hue where you can just
Okay.
go.
Okay.
Like so, it's spooky also.
Ah,
As
yeah,
a group,
looks that.
like it's very good. Like you just see all these places that were once visited by so many people.
Okay.
This was pretty cool.
All right.
This is that war memorial.
Okay.
So this is like this reminded me of the film Apocalypse Now.
Okay.
Like all the instances from that film and all.
Yeah.
So this was pretty cool.
Yeah. This is the.
This is a McDonald's.
Oh, okay.
So thing is
I
that
thought it's-
throughout the trip we were eating authentic Vietnamese food. While coming back, I said, okay, this is my chance to go to a McDonald's where I could get an actual hamburger. So I ended up having that. So I've just kept a memory of that.
Okay.
And this is that Danang.
Oh,
thing.
this is very
So
beautiful.
it was so windy and it
Yeah.
was raining and everything. So
Yeah.
people were just lying low so that
Yeah.
they don't fall off. It's
Very beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm not a good photographer, so these photos
No, but these
don't
are
do
still nice.
justice. But yeah.
So that was it for episode today, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Meka.
So that's a wrap to our episode. I hope this information was insightful to you. And for more such episodes, stay tuned on Travel Diaries by Niyo. Thank you.